Good morning, Carrie.
Morning, little Carrie.
Good morning,
And
Dana
Nana.
Cat. Good morning,
And good morning,
Michelle.
Michelle and Dory. Good morning to
Good
you,
morning,
sweetheart.
Dory. I think I'm going to fall over. You're awake so early. I was up at 2 a.m. this morning, you guys.
Oh,
2
goodness.
a.m.
I see
So,
a nap on her horizon, don't y'all?
I don't know. I was up at 3 yesterday and I didn't take a nap.
At all?
Hi, Robin. Hi, Quilty Linda.
Hello, Linda and Robin. How are y'all today?
So, today we're going to talk about a couple of things.
Which one do you want to talk about first? Okay. Good morning,
Not
Amy.
out of bed yet, but I'm awake. Hi, Amy.
And
Hi,
good morning,
Laura.
Laura. How are y'all?
So, first of all, I am on strike from Joann's, and I will explain that in a little bit. What else was I going to say? Oh, I was watching a video, and we want to know, do you guys want to see an intro, or do you want us just to come right in and just start? Because our thinking was the intro gives you guys time to come in.
Mm-hmm.
So we need some feedback.
It was mentioned in this video that Carrie was watching that we might be full of ourselves, and that the person wasn't pointing anyone.
What was said was get over themselves,
right? Which I take that to mean that we're very prideful.
Okay, Michelle said something about and let stupid ads get over with, but I didn't see what she said to begin with.
Linda said she enjoyed today's intro, and Nana Cat said it doesn't matter to her. She didn't say anything earlier.
Hi, Sharon. So, Carrie, we're asking, should we just start or should we have an intro?
I was mentioning to Carrie that we know who our audience is. I mean, y'all are very consistent and so gracious in coming in every time that we're on. And we really do appreciate you guys. But it's like Carrie said, to me, I think the intro, number one.
Sorry.
I think the intro gives you time to do the last minute whatever, you know. And I know the ads can be annoying, but you know, you only have to watch a few seconds of it, and then you can just go ahead and skip and come right on in.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hello, Tiff, and hello, Sharon. We love you guys for being here. Well, I just lost my train of thought. Anyway,
sorry.
But what about that one person that happens to run across the fact that here is a channel that's going to go live here in a few minutes. I want to know who they are. I want to check them out. Well, if we just pop
Paula.
in.
Hi, Molly. So I think I know what they're talking about.
Okay.
I know a few people that do go live, whether it's a premiere, usually not live,
Right.
but mostly premieres where they're going to do a premiere and they do this really 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 long
Oh,
intro where the countdown is really long.
okay.
Hi, Jen Reeves. Hi,
Hello,
Lydia.
Jen and Paul and Lydia. How are you? I said Paul. I meant Paula. Sorry. The chat's jumping.
I think maybe that's what they're talking about is the long. Hi, Jane.
Good
Oh,
morning,
she's in
Jane.
the
And oh, see?
maybe that's what they're talking about is the countdown ads where there's 3 to 5 minutes of a countdown
Oh
and
my goodness.
yeah, because let me see how long our intro is. Our intro is 1 minute and 12 seconds, and I think that it really does. There were 4 people here before we started. Hi,
Mm-hmm.
Jane.
And good morning, Molly. I knew there was somebody else I skipped. Good morning, Jane.
Okay, so we're going to keep doing the intro. That's what we wanted to know, whether we keep doing the intro or we
Right.
don't. And it's actually our
Right.
intro outro. But now, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but Carrie and I were beating the Banshee at the end of November and all of December to order all of our yarn before the end of the year because we were going to see the floor in 24.
Right.
And so personally I don't care for
Premieres.
yeah, I don't like premieres either.
Yeah.
Anyway, uh so on December 29th, I ordered 8 jumbo skeins of black red heart. Hi, Mara.
Good morning, Mara. How are you, sweetie?
And 8 jumbo skeins of gray red heart. It was $150. It was 147 and some change. We'll say it's 150. Well, it got delivered. The invoice ran on January 9th. It got delivered on January 24th. I was at my mom's. Jason and I were at my mom's on January 24th. It got delivered here outside on the wrought iron table. Oh, the 2 minute countdown the creator does not set. Well, that's good to know. I didn't know that. Thank you, Mara. I had no idea.
I didn't either.
I get frustrated when I'm waiting for a live to start. Then I get a minute long intro before it starts. I think I'm impatient.
Mm.
So anyway, I tried to call Joann's at the end of January, all because I didn't know that it got delivered. It showed that it was in at the FedEx office. Hi, Sonja.
Good
It
morning,
showed,
Sandra. How are you?
it showed that it was at the FedEx office in the Dalles.
Mm-hmm.
The Dalles or Hood River? The Dalles, I think. Anyway, regardless, doesn't matter. So I wrote down the I Snapchatted or I screenshotted the tracking number and the order number, and I tried to get a hold of Joann's, and at that time they weren't taking phone calls. This was at the last week of January, all of February. They weren't taking phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
You could email them only emails. And I said, no, I'm not going to argue with somebody that I can't talk to. No, I'm
Right.
not going to do it. So, especially when I can't explain where it was left and how it got stolen
Right.
and why it's not my fault and why it possibly is FedEx's fault. So, anyway, I finally got a hold of them yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. And I talked to this lady and I told her that I didn't get the yarn, and she sent me a picture and she said, well, it said it was delivered on the 24th. And she sent me this picture. Let me see if I can find it. Email. She sent me this picture of oh, stop. Of it. Here it is. This is the first picture I got from her. And I said, no,
Put that back up.
That's no, I mean, that's definitely not anywhere in my house because you can't see the floor. There's yarn everywhere.
Yeah.
So then, after I got that, I got this, which is right outside the building. And I was already done talking. I'd already hung up with her and I got it. And I was like, well, I didn't get that. And Jason had said, well, the 24th we were at your mom's. So we didn't get it. It wasn't in
Right.
front of our door when we got home. Nobody put it in front of our door.
Mm-hmm.
So either somebody that lives in our little community here, these 24 apartments, took it, or somebody in North Bonneville took it. Now, we have had people in North Bonneville follow the UPS trucks and the FedEx trucks and watch them leave stuff on porches and go right up after they've left it and taken a picture of it and take it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why anybody would take a Joann's order unless they're a crafty person, but anyway, so this lady said that she would send it to the next person higher up. And so I got the email yesterday and I got sounds like you might need a camera, Carrie. I can't put one out there because it's not my property.
Right.
So
yeah, Molly and Sharon both say resellers.
Yep. I got the email yesterday and I was so mad that I told him, I mean, one of my emails back to him, I said, honestly, it's not my bank's fault that somebody stole the shit off my porch.
Right.
Pardon my potty mouth. But I was so mad. So then I called customer service again and I refused to talk to the guy that answered the phone. I told him, I said, it's not your fault. I've already talked to somebody higher up via emails. I want to talk to a human. I don't want to talk to anybody via email anymore. And
Right.
so this lady gets on the phone, and I told her what happened, and she saw, because of my phone number, the emails that were going back and forth. And she said, ma'am, we have documentation saying that the package was delivered. You're going to have to go through your bank and dispute this. And I said, so you're telling me that you're not willing to make this right, but I can go through my bank and dispute it, and then they can make you pay the $150? And she goes, oh no, we're not going to pay it because I have a picture right here that shows it was delivered. I said, but it was stolen. And she goes, well, that doesn't concern us because it was delivered. And I hung up on her and I started crying. Oh no, she said, if it was stolen, then you need to report it to the police. But before she said that, I told her, I said, I know you deal with a lot of people. And I am not the type of person to call and complain or to tell you that I didn't get something if I got it. I said, I'm a very honest person. I give away a lot of my yarn to the community and stuff. And you guys, in reality, I could give two shits about this $150. It's the principle, in seriously.
Now, yes.
It's the principle that now they want me to bother a sheriff officer because we don't have police. We have county sheriff officer to report it stolen from January 24th. And I called FedEx and I talked to the guy, and he was super, super nice. And I told him, I said, the package got stolen. And is there any way that I can give you a code and you can put in my file that if anybody has a delivery for you guys for us from you guys, that you can put it by our front door, please? And she said, no, ma'am. Oh, because it's too early. And she said, or he said, yes, I'll put the code in and they'll put it by your front door. And I said, thank you. You can always call and ask the sheriff a few questions about your situation, and then also ask about the camera situation. Well, the camera situation isn't going to get done because the manager is the whole situation. But
well, here's another thing that you could put in there, Carrie. And I put it on everything because, whenever you order, you can specify on most companies delivery instructions. And I always put sign for the package. And there have been a couple of times when, especially when I was still at home in West Texas, where the delivery driver, because he didn't give me enough time to get to the door, went ahead and signed for my package. And I had to call the local branch of FedEx and say, I was home, the FedEx driver was here, and there are instructions on my package that I was supposed to sign for it. So he just left it, and he may have signed my signature, but I didn't sign for it. Just want y'all to know. I had to do that a couple times. Yeah. So that's why on my packages, if I have the opportunity, I always put that there has to be a signature my signature or whoever's here gets it. Yep. Good morning, Mimi, and I think Mary King came in.
Good morning, Mimi. Good morning, Mary King. So that was how yesterday went for me. I was so irritated that, like, I was in Zoom, I had to mute myself and mute everybody else and get up and just like,
Yeah. Little Carrie has a point. Well, if the sheriff says it's legal for the camera, then I think the manager would have to comply, right? Dang, I would want to know who is taking things. That's okay, Mimi, you're here. She said I overslept.
oh, you made it in time.
Yeah. You've only been on a few minutes.
Yeah, just a few minutes.
But that is a good point, little Carrie. Check with the sheriff's office and see if you can't put one up anyway. Or, too, Carrie, possibly if you filed a report with your managing company that you had this thing occur, that you would like permission to put a camera up, especially if it's at your expense. I don't see why they would say no, honestly.
Yeah.
And especially if you put it in writing.
Yeah. It's just, it really, really is. So I worked in customer service, and even when the customer isn't right, the customer is always right. This lady brought in a vacuum cleaner that had to have been over 10 years old and told me it was 30 days old. She wanted to return it. And I was like, oh, now I have the authority to take this woman's vacuum cleaner and give her in-store credit or cash.
Right.
I could do this. But hi, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle. How are you, sweetheart?
Hi, MDL. How are
Good morning.
you? Welcome in. Hi,
Yes.
Darcia.
Hello, Darcia, and hello, MDL. How are you, sweetheart?
But just because, I mean, I literally started looking at our catalogs. Now, this was Best Products. I don't know if any of you guys remember Best Products, but they were early 90s.
Yep.
And before. 80s, early 90s. Like early 90s. 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95.
Right.
I went through 10 years of catalogs. I could not find this vacuum cleaner. She did not buy this vacuum cleaner at our store.
Right.
Hi, Jen. And so I was like, I couldn't find it. I could not find it. And I called. Gina was the assistant manager. And I knew if I called her that she was going to give this woman money and send her on her way.
Oh.
And I wasn't willing to give her anything because she was lying.
Right.
And she'd been in front of me for a half an hour, and I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't find your vacuum cleaner in any of the catalogs. I can't help you. And
Right.
she threw the biggest fit. And I looked at her and I said, ma'am, I am really sorry, but I don't get paid enough money to deal with you. Let me get somebody to help you.
Did
And
you
I
really
went,
tell her that?
yes, I did.
Oh my
I went
goodness.
into the warehouse and I called Gina up and I said, Gina, and I was laughing. And I said, Gina, and she goes, that lady's not going to leave, is she? And I said, no, she isn't. And I just told her I didn't get paid enough money to deal with her anymore. And Gina started cracking up and she goes, I'll be right there. And I said, she comes from, okay, so the offices were back in the back, and you could walk from the offices, you could go back into the warehouse and walk by
Can
me.
you say it again?
Mm-hmm.
Alexa, shut up. So she walks by me and wants to know like what's going on and what I've said and everything. And so I told her what I've said, and I said, could you just for me not give her a cent, please? And she goes, I have to do it. And I said, I know, but it would just make me happy for you not to give her a penny. And
Oh,
so
Mimi.
I did not leave the warehouse until that lady was out of the store because I was just back there because Gina comes back there and she goes, Carrie, you could have taken care of that yourself. And I said, not after she yelled at me like she did. I was like, I was not going to help her at all.
Mimi said, I worked for Walmart loss prevention for 10 years plus. I know it's aggravating. Theft comes in all ways, and returns of products are a problem. Yes, they are. Sharon said, I worked in returns at a warehouse for over 100 stores. The things I got back. Yeah, Mimi, that's right. I'm afraid customer service is not so forgiving these days. That's right. They've grown a very thick skin, and some of them are just downright rude. I mean, honestly, they're getting to be
Well,
as bad and as nasty as bill collectors. Not that I've had to talk to bill collectors, okay, folks. I mean, there's stories out there, all the time of folks complaining
Molly.
about.
Molly says, oh my God, that's me. I
Oh,
got a refund for tires, or I gave a refund for tires at Sears to find out later he didn't buy them there.
oh my goodness.
Hi, Froggy.
Good morning, Froggy. How are you this morning?
Oh my gosh. This makes me feel so much better. But it was funny because I loved my job as a customer service person. I really, really loved it because if people came in and had a really good attitude, even if it was more than 30 days old and they had their receipt, I didn't care. I
Right.
gave them back. If they wanted their money, I gave it back to them. If they wanted an even exchange for a newer model, I gave it to them. I gave them the money that they paid off Carrie, not keto.
Froggy's
Oh,
saying,
I didn't.
send
What
me a
did Mimi
link.
say?
Mimi said, hi, Froggy. Sharon said, a key for an expensive car along with a blank check for cash advance from a credit card with the address. So tempting. Oh, my goodness. And Froggy said, send me a link.
Oh, do you want to come up?
Yes.
Okay. No, not with Facebook. Oh my gosh.
Sharon, what's that little thing beside? You said hi, Froggy, and you got a little emoji there. What in the world is that? Oh, so Dory finally got out of bed and now she has her coffee. That's awesome. Hello, Sandra. How are you? Our grandson was given permission to put the Ring doorbell on his apartment, the one that has the videos.
Oh my God.
But I'm thinking
I have to sign into.
I think what Carrie's talking about is putting a camera on the outside of the building complex, correct?
Good morning, TDP. Good morning,
Good morning,
Sandra.
TDP. Do they have to go through a hallway, Carrie, to get to your front door?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's a locked door here. Hold on a second.
Excuse me. Yes, little Carrie. Everybody remember to take your meds this morning and be sure that you stay hydrated.
So okay, so here's the front of the building.
Mm-hmm.
It's two doors. One is wheelchair acceptable, so they're accessible. So there's a button. By the button is a box that allows you to push in numbers to get access to the door.
Right.
Okay, so you punch in a code, and then it'll go buzz, which allows you to open the door. And then you go in, and you can either go left or you can go right. And then there's an elevator where you can go upstairs, where you can go left or you can go right. Well,
Okay.
I'm to the left and then to the left.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just real easy.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning,
But
Froggy.
they have to have the code in order to get in?
Yes, they have. FedEx now has the code. I'm going to make sure that everybody has the code. I'm going to call UPS. I'm going to call Amazon and have them. I'm going to tell everybody that somebody from this apartment has to sign for packages.
There you go.
Well, you were talking about what had happened, and I remember a famous story about Nordstrom's that happened in Fairbanks, Alaska. It is a true story. I can give everybody a link to the story. What happened was there was a gentleman that came in with 4 tires to return to Nordstrom's. And he was
Nordstrom used to sell tires?
What? He was very adamant that he'd purchased them there. Nordstrom's prides themselves on their customer service. So the store employee called around to local tire dealers to find out approximately what the tires were worth and got the amount and refunded the man for his tires. And the gentleman got his money and was very happy and went away happy. Nordstrom's does not sell tires and never has.
I didn't think so. Good grief.
But they pride themselves on customer service.
Mm-hmm.
And they did take the tires back. This is approximately 40 years ago, around 1975.
Wow.
And they are so good about customer service that they took back a set of 4 tires that they have never sold ever. Hi, everyone. I thought you guys would get a kick out of that.
That is
Uh,
so silly.
it is a really, it's a true story. It's really interesting. They have very good customer service. This is the link to the
Well,
story, so you guys can go read it for yourselves. It just goes to show you. It gives the names of the clerk and everything. It goes to show
Mhm.
how good some customer services are.
And
you
Mimi
know,
made
it's
a good
all
point too, that customer service was totally different even 4 years ago, you know?
40.
Yeah. Mhm.
Now, when I shop based on my customer service. If I go somewhere and I get poor service, I will not go back.
Yeah.
That's the truth. My husband's the same way.
Mhm.
We are very big on customer service. Now, we will reward good service. Um, an example, there is a very popular nail salon where I live.
Mhm.
I will not go back there because of poor customer service.
Yep.
I go to one called Sky Nails, and I love going
Mhm.
there because they have excellent customer service. They cater to my needs being visually impaired. Um, I really like going there. I think they do a good job of what
mhm.
I like, and they're not expensive. But the fact that before they touch my hands, they let me know they're going to do that. They let me know what they're doing on each step of the way
Mhm.
because they do know I am visually impaired.
That's
Um,
good.
I I like that, you know,
Yeah.
especially because I can't see. But I am
Mhm.
very picky on my customer service. Customer service real to C19 was better. Yes, it makes you think, was all those corporations infected with? Yes.
Yep.
You switched from PC to Mac. Is customer service. I can understand that.
Mhm.
I am very particular. We actually switched our cell phone company based on customer service.
Yep. We do too.
It made a big deal to us.
Mhm.
Um, I am very particular.
Prior to C19.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I took me a minute to figure it out. You know, um,
Yeah.
I think if more places took pride in their customer service, there wouldn't be all these problems. There's a,
Mhm.
there's a television show that comes on every week called Customer Wars,
Oh.
and we actually watch that. Joey and I do, and it's interesting to see, you know, in a land where the customer's always right,
Mhm. Yeah.
supposedly. It shows a lot of arguments and how employees will fight against customers physically
Ooh.
to see that,
Mercy.
and then every now and again they'll show really good customer service, but I
See,
don't think it
it's
should be
all
that.
in how you approach
Yes.
a person who does returns
Mhm.
Hmm.
and what you will get in return.
Yeah.
Right.
If you walk up to them with a chip on your shoulder, you are going to get a chip on their shoulder right back.
Yep.
Now, I've never had a problem, knock on wood, with any returns I've made. Never have.
Mhm.
No, knocking on wood, I've never had a problem.
Right.
Neither has my husband. But we don't approach them nasty,
Yeah.
Right.
you know. Um, it, it it goes to the old adage where you treat everyone with kindness.
Mhm. Do
You
unto others.
definitely do unto others. You don't know what kind
Yeah.
of day the other person has had.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they woke up with their spouse or their kids that day, you don't know what kind of day they had.
You don't know what kind of day they had with the person right before you either.
No. So always treat them with kindness.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault that the item didn't work out for you.
Yeah.
No,
Always remember that. It is not their fault.
Mm-mm.
no,
You
and they
know,
could
that,
be having a bad day
yes. And
Yeah.
because the
I always
person before you could
preface
have been a grump.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, I always preface it with that. I did have a problem with Amazon, you know, where I received, don't want to put it over top of my beverage. Um, this came when they did the opened the carton, they had slipped. You see, it's
Oh,
open.
yes, it
They
Mm-hmm.
looks
cut.
like it's been cut.
It has been cut.
Mm-hmm.
Um, now, when I complain about it, I'm not going to be angry because it's not the person I'm speaking to's
Right.
fault. It was someone in the warehouse. So me yelling and complaining is not going to get me anywhere.
Nope.
I
But to be kind and show a photo
Yep.
will get me my refund or my
Mm-hmm.
replacement.
I
Yeah.
always tell them, I know it's not your fault, and I might get a little aggressive and mad, and I know it's not your fault, and I'm sorry if I start to take it out on you because you
Yeah.
didn't do this to me.
Yeah.
But and then I'll catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
Yeah. And
Let me
like, well, I was
go
gonna,
ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say number one is devotion time, but MDL said start out kind, and when they give you attitude, pour more kindness to them. Don't stoop to their level. Exactly.
Oh
Um,
yeah, how is fur baby?
um, well, he's a little better today, but it's not a very good prognosis.
What's wrong?
He has a tumor.
Is it
Oh,
is it surgically? I mean, can they surgically get it?
He wouldn't survive the surgery. The
Oh,
doctor called me. Um, that they were able to take him off of oxygen this morning. He can breathe without oxygen. He does have a respiratory infection they believe is pneumonia, but he does have a tumor in his left lung. They believe it is cancer. They said that's why when he got the respiratory infection, the pneumonia, he had such difficulty breathing because he's breathing out of one lung.
mm,
Um, they said he would not survive the surgery to remove it because they would have to remove one whole lung.
mm.
Um,
oh. Good
so,
morning, Gwen.
hey,
I'm
Gwen.
so
Morning, Gwen.
sorry.
So, basically, he has to live a quiet life, and the goal is to keep him as comfortable as possible until it gets too difficult for him.
How are you going to keep him quiet?
Yeah.
And when I say quiet, I mean not jumping around, and you know what I mean.
What the doctor said is he'll do what he wants until he can't anymore.
That's
Oh,
exactly
okay.
what I was going to say.
So we let him do what he wants till he can't. No rambunctious children around him. So my grandson can't be around him anymore.
Yeah.
Um, basically, it's good that he's just with me and my husband.
Mm-hmm.
He will come home this evening because they want to observe him the rest of the day. He will be on Lasix, a steroid, and an antibiotic and some pain medication. And then he goes back to the vets on Monday to have another chest x-ray to make sure the right lung is clearing up.
Good. Okay.
Um, just going to keep him comfortable and happy for the duration.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
Doing my best.
Yeah.
I'm not real happy about it, but thank you, everyone. I'm not real happy about it, but just doing the best we can for him.
Yeah.
He's my baby.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
is. Okay. Devotional time. Maybe this will make you feel better.
Mhm.
Building communities everywhere we go. The people who's in love with their vision of communities will destroy communities, but the person who loves the people around them will create communities everywhere they go. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Hofer. Dear God, sometimes we get so captivated by our visions. I need to make this bigger. There. And beliefs about the world as it should be that we offer little to no grace for the people we encounter in the world as it is. We allow little room for those who disagree. We alternate between breaking fellowship and leaving them behind, pushing them out by demanding their acquaintances ACQUIES acquaintance to our vision. Is that right?
Acquiescence.
I was going to say acquiesced.
Okay. Our beliefs and our values. God, we pray that you give us a deep and abiding love for those around us who think differently, believe differently, vote differently. Let us find ways to honor our inner light without attempting to snuff out theirs. Let us seek commonalities. Let us find ways to make connections, to build communities, and to work for the common good. Let us build communities everywhere we go. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, now I don't have. Um, God, I still haven't. It's sad when you need two phones to deal with life.
Exactly.
It's too hot for that. I did that one yesterday. No, not yesterday. The other day.
Excuse me.
Um, make small knitted and crocheted flowers and leave them on cars in parking lots.
Oh, it's like the little worms,
Mm-hmm.
the little hats. Kim Anderson loves to make little hats, and she leaves them in Ziploc baggies everywhere, and has a little note in them. You know, take it if you need it, leave it if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a big vet bill to pay.
Now you have what?
I have a big vet bill to pay because he stayed the night.
Yeah. Oh.
I have a big vet bill, and then the coming up vet bills because he'll have to go and be checked
Mm-hmm.
regularly to check the growth on it because it might get to a point where they have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
It's a computer
exactly.
that happens to make calls. I love it, Sandra.
Isn't that the
Yeah.
truth? Phones have come a long way in just a very short period of time.
They have.
It is so crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they
Hello.
already discussed it with us about putting him to sleep.
They've already talked to you about that?
Hmm.
Mm.
Not right now.
Okay.
But when it's time,
Hmm.
mm,
Yeah, they said that there's no. We could do the biopsy, but it would put him
Hmm.
in undue stress
Right.
and be very costly.
Yeah.
But
Exactly, Sandra.
in his experience, there's really no need. I just didn't understand how come we didn't know. And he said I would not have known until he started to get sick.
Hmm.
And this just happened to be that he got sick now. And he may perk up and do really well for a
Yeah.
while. And then he'll go downhill again. Just give him the best life we can while we can.
Yep.
And he may have quite a while left. He might have a year or two, or he may not have that long.
Right.
But to be prepared, he's on paid medication. To be
Hmm.
prepared that it could be a few months or it could be a couple years.
Hmm.
But
oh,
that
wow.
we need to consider his quality of life,
Right.
and that if need be, in his opinion, if need be, if his quality of life goes down, he said there is an alternative of going ahead and putting him to sleep,
Right.
is what they said. And I was like, what?
Hmm.
I was like, what? He was fine a few days ago,
Hmm.
and now you're telling me this. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
No,
you're
well,
fine.
I
Froggy,
just found
you
out
just,
a
yeah,
while ago.
but there's no telling how long he's had this tumor.
That no way of knowing because there was never a reason to X-ray my cat.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So,
Oh, take care, Jetton.
Bye, Carrie. Love you.
Yeah, I had no clue, and this
yeah.
is like out of left field. You should have heard Joey.
Hmm.
Joey's like our cat.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit discombobulated, and I apologize for being that way.
That's all right, sweetie.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite fully hit me yet, and it might not hit me until he comes home, but it will. You know, I'm all right at the moment. It's just waiting, watching the clock,
Hmm.
waiting for him to come home. Yeah, but he's in good hands. He's in great hands, and I'm glad he is where he's at. I'm just waiting for him to come home.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He
Hi,
was,
Sandra.
and, yes, Tiffany. He was just rolling around in catnap. He was just jumping up in here, running, coming in here like a wrecking ball.
Hmm. Yep. Just like he always does.
Getting on the back of my chair and doing a Superman jump. I'm telling the doctor this. And the doctor said all it took was one illness.
Right.
That was it.
Yep.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And we have to be careful because he is now going to be more prone to getting sick now.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're kidding me. So I'm okay. I'm good. I am. Shut up, Froggy. Shut up, Froggy. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. It's my baby.
Yeah.
He
You know,
is your baby.
he's almost 10 years old. Yeah, that's a long time. What a lot of people don't realize is my children found him in our woodpile, and he literally fit in the palm of my hand, and I bottle fed him.
Aw.
His mother abandoned him, or something happened to her, and I bottle fed him all the way up until he grew. I mean, he
Right.
was itty bitty thing, tiny thing, and so
Which
this
is
is.
hard to believe looking at him now, isn't it?
It's hard to believe that he fit in the palm of my hand till the size he is
Yeah.
now, and I just can't get over how he's gotten sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Sandra
Yeah.
said her baby's 16.
Yeah, it's crazy. My first cat lived to be 23.
Wow.
I thought I would have Pusheen as long as that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's throwing me off is, I expected him to be here forever.
Right.
So it's just throwing me off. I'm just a little off kilter with the news I got. That's all. But I'm sure he'll be glad to be home with Mom.
Mm. Well, yeah, because Mom spoils him.
He's
He's ready for his catnip.
They very
That's
much
right.
are.
They are our family.
You take care, Jen.
Thank
All
you
right,
for being
Jen.
here.
Love
with
you.
us
Take
today,
care.
Jen.
Yes, you have a blessed day. They are our babies. We love them dearly.
Mm-hmm.
We do. And this is the second tub of catnip. Here's the first one. I don't spoil him at all. No, I spoil him rotten. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh, the cat's spoiled. Every bit.
So,
But-
how did the live go yesterday? Did you miss me, Maureen?
Yes.
It went great.
Good.
It was good live.
Yes.
Yeah, I told her, I said, you should go live, do Southern Sisters.
We did. Oh, but we have to ask you, Carrie, Oreos or chocolate chips? Cookies.
Chocolate chip.
Ah! You're not my friend anymore.
Oh my. Oh my.
You gonna change your mind now?
Chocolate chip.
I'm team chocolate chip. I'm just saying.
So now, what was that all about?
Well, this whole week is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Week. But yesterday was National Oreo Day. So I thought, hey, let's just have a contest and see which cookie wins. Oreo is older than chocolate chip cookies.
It is.
It is?
But chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oreo's older.
Look at all these people.
Yes.
Where were? Yeah, now Molly and Michelle, they agreed with me yesterday.
Yes. Oreos are from 1912. Chocolate chip cookies are from 1935.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at all these chocolate chip people.
Isn't it funny? I just
you
now.
said we should choose 2 more cookies to vote on today. Okay.
There you go. I was talking about the white chocolate macadamia nuts yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I love those.
All right.
Snickerdoodles.
I was going to say, Paula, all right. Snickerdoodles are oatmeal cookies. With or without raisins, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodle. I love snickerdoodle.
Oatmeal.
I do too. Snickerdoodle are my ultimate favorite cookie.
Really?
They beat chocolate chip cookie.
I love a snickerdoodle.
Wow.
Mhm.
Oh,
Look
here
at,
we
look at
go.
all
Here
the
we go.
oatmeal. Look at all the oatmeal.
Come on.
I knew oatmeal can
Come on,
fly.
oatmeal. Come on,
I
oatmeal.
love a snickerdoodle though.
Froggy and I are two peas in a pod.
Yes, y'all
Absolutely.
are. Exactly. Oatmeal cookies with raisins
Oh, peanut butter cup
and
center.
chocolate chip bottom, mini peanut butter cup center, brownie top, and a cupcake paper. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
goodness, I've never seen that one before.
it's a Berkey. That's a Berkey.
Oh,
Oh, snickerdoodles are bougie. Oh my.
oatmeal with walnuts, yes, and raisins.
I
Oatmeal chocolate chip.
I do
I've
love
not had those.
butterscotch. The oatmeal chocolate chips are good. I like the butterscotch chips too.
Oh, Tiffany says now I have no vote. I absolutely cannot choose only one of those. Depends on my mood.
Oh my.
No, my all-time favorite cookie, and it really, really is a toss-up. Do any of y'all remember? It used to be on the cornflake, the one with the rooster. Is that Kellogg's?
That's Kellogg's.
Okay. On the back of their box, there used to be a cookie recipe. Hello, Daniel. How are you,
Yeah.
sweetie pea? Uh, there used to be a cookie recipe
Hi, Dan.
on there, and it was called the Ranger cookie. And it had cornflakes and oatmeal and, of course, flour, butter, all that kind of stuff. And then from there, you could go crazy with it.
Wow.
You could add coconut. You could add nuts. You could add M&Ms. You could add
No, I never had that.
oh, it's awesome. We used to make those when I was growing up all the time. I mean, yeah.
Now I want a cookie. Okay, I gotta read something. I got something yesterday.
Cool.
Oh, there's 50 cards to comfort and bless your heart as you pray and memorize the wonderful names of God.
I like that.
Oh, that's
Now,
nice,
I
Carrie.
bought these to go into the special boxes.
Nice.
Oh.
You guys know what boxes I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Mrs. C's fault because these are let's get one that I haven't seen yet. Son of David, Huios, David. He will be greater and will be called the Son of the Most High. The Lord God will give him the throne of his father David. Luke 1:32. And then on the back it says, Son of David, I bow before you today in holy reverence. Thank you for all that you've done for us. Your mercy and your grace amaze me. Amen.
Mhm.
So they're
Nice.
praying names. Where's my book at? They're praying names of God. Like the book Praying the Names of God for 52 Weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe there's 52 names?
Yes,
I got that book too.
I like that.
Cool.
Oh, craisins. You guys are making me hungry and I have a yogurt. I can't have anything else.
Why can't you have anything else?
Because I'm trying to lose weight.
It's okay to eat when you're hungry, Carrie. It just depends on what you eat and how much.
Well, I had a yogurt already, so.
Okay.
And we have to leave here in about 25 minutes. Iced animal cookies. Yum. Okay, you guys are making me hungry. I gotta blow this can. Are you guys ready to go?
Sure.
Yes,
I'll see
yes,
you
we
guys
are.
backstage.
All
Love
right.
you
Okay.
guys.
Bye.
Remember,
Please be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light that they need to see. We thank you all time and time again for coming in and sharing your time with us. We love y'all.
be a blessing and have a great day, you guys. Behave.
Mhm.